the Great Pension Spending Spree, and what it means for Britain. Savers pull billions in tax-free cash as Labour's second budget looms. Have you withdrawn cash from your pension savings to avoid a potential tax hit from Rachel Reeves? Get in touch, money@telegraph.company UK*. Savers plundered a record £71 billion from their pension pots last year in a bid to shield their retirements from Rachel Reeves, analysis shows. Figures from the Financial Conduct Authority show pension withdrawals surged by almost £20 billion in the year after Labour took power, as almost 1 million pots were accessed for the first time. This included over £18 billion in tax-free cash, a 63% increase on the year before, as people responded to fears of a raid on the 25% lump sum allowance. Andrew Tully, of retirement consultancy Nucleus Financial, said savers had reacted to rumours the Chancellor would bring pensions into the scope of inheritance tax, a decision she confirmed in her budget, while former Pensions Minister Sir Steve Webb said withdrawals were profoundly driven by government uncertainty. Experts have since warned the policy could trigger a fresh retirement crisis as workers cut their pension contributions to protect savings from the taxman. In the run-up to her maiden budget in October, the Chancellor drew criticism for failing to quell speculation of a pensions tax raid, including rumours she would lower the amount pensioners could take as tax-free cash. Between April and September that year, savers accessing their pot for the first time withdrew more than £32 billion. They took out £7.6 billion in tax-free cash in the same period, an almost 50% increase on the previous year. In response to the Chancellor's decision to move pensions into the inheritance tax net from 2027, pension savers drew a record £38.7 billion in the following 6 months, taking the year's total to £70.9 billion, including £18.3 billion in tax-free cash. More than 961,000 pots were accessed for the first time. The government has again refused to rule out changes to tax-free cash in the budget on November 26. Mr. Tully said, "The increase in the number of people accessing their pension is likely to reflect the government's moves to include pensions within inheritance tax and wider rumours around the future of the tax-free lump sum. This has caused many people to access tax-free cash and income, potentially to give to family or shelter from inheritance tax. It's a reminder that ongoing policy changes drive poor customer outcomes, and we ideally need a stable long-term savings policy." Andrew King, of wealth manager Evelyn Partners, predicted that the behavior would continue. He said, "As it seems the Treasury is unable or unwilling to put such rumours to bed, you can only assume the increase in pension withdrawals is going on as we speak. We're currently having conversations with clients about the wisdom or otherwise of drawing down more heavily from their pensions or taking their 25% tax-free cash. We would encourage all pension savers to think twice before making major withdrawals from their pots, especially in anticipation of rumored policy changes that might not materialize." Two prominent pension experts, Tom Gfale, a pension scheme trustee and retirement expert, and Stephen Lowe, of annuity firm Just Group, last week said they were considering withdrawals in the face of Ms. Reeves making her move on tax-free cash in the upcoming budget. Wealthier people have also taken action, according to the FCA figures. The number of pots accessed worth £250,000 or more rocketed to 58,500 during 2024 to 25, up 68% from the year before. Sir Steve, now of Pensions Consultants LCP, said, "These figures show graphically how uncertainty about pensions and tax can move the market." In the 6 months before the October 2024 budget, there was a surge in larger pension pots being accessed, mainly because of fears about reductions in limits on tax-free cash. But after the budget, where there was no change to tax-free cash, withdrawals of large pots accelerated. This is likely to reflect the change in pensions and inheritance tax, with people starting to explore ways of moving money out of the inheritance tax net ahead of the 2027 changes. Given that pensions should be a long-term business, it is deeply disappointing that consumer behavior is being driven so profoundly by uncertainty around public policy. Experts have also raised concerns that changes to pensions could affect how much people put away for the future. A survey from JP Morgan found that 43% of working people said the new rules on pensions and inheritance tax had put them off saving for retirement. Charlotte Ransom, of investment managers NetWealth, said, "When the government meddles with tax-free cash and inheritance tax, it erodes public trust. People need certainty for their retirement planning, not shifting goalposts. If the rules are continually rewritten, people will think twice before locking away their money or, as we are seeing, they will cash in early. Too much uncertainty will inevitably discourage the long-term pension investment which this country desperately needs." It is understood that decisions are made at fiscal events and cannot be revealed to individuals due to market sensitivity rules. A Treasury spokesman said, "We do not comment on speculation around tax changes, but remain committed to helping our pensioners live their lives with dignity and respect, which is why in April the basic and new state pension increased by 4.1%. Pensioners will receive a boost of up to £470 to their income in 2025 to 26. Our commitment to the triple lock means millions will see their pension rise by up to £1,900 this Parliament.